Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is Kidlit Joy and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to share a couple of books that I have read recently. I decided to group these together because I think I only have one of them actually here, and I just thought it'd be fun to kind of do a little bit of a recap of some things that I've read, both in the classroom and just in passing. They're all picture books. One of them I did receive as a review copy, others are just things that I randomly picked up. We're going to start off with The Race for the Chinese Zodiac by Gabrielle Wang. This book is a book that I have been meaning to find a copy of for a long time because I have been collecting Lunar New Year books for a little while, and I have a nice little stack. I think I've talked about them in a video before, but this was one that I was hoping to get a copy of, and I happened to walk into a bookstore and found it, and I just grabbed it straight away. It was the last copy they had, and I'm like, I never see this in the bookstore, so I grabbed it. And it is beautifully illustrated by Sally Rippon and Regine Abos, and I had a great time with it. It's literally the story of how the Chinese zodiac came to be, the order of the animals, etc. Like it's a story I've read a number of times, but I have specifically been looking for this edition because I love the illustrations in it. I love Gabrielle Wang's storytelling style. The way that she crafts her story and her sentences is really, really lovely. And I'm really looking forward to reading it this coming week as it is Lunar New Year, and we'll be exploring a few of the different books and looking at some of the different traditions around Lunar New Year in different countries. And that's been one of my favorite things to do every year for the last couple of years as I've learned more about it, because I love seeing all of these celebrations. Another picture book that I read is Mullimbimby Jack by Damian, Rochat, and illustrated by Andrew McIntosh. I received a copy of this for free to review, which was really lovely from the author. This is a story set in Australia's outback. We have a swagman, Mullimbimby Jack, who is down on his luck. He's known for being fearless, he's known for taking risks, but he's also not the most lucky of people. And he ends up traveling a long distance on horseback to the Birdsville races, which is a very famous race here in Australia. And I say very famous, I didn't personally know about it, but I don't know a lot about horse racing in general. After reading this, I did go and look it up, and apparently they are celebrating 144 years of the Birdsville races, so it's quite a big part of this outback town's culture and yearly celebration schedule, and it looks really fun in terms of people get dressed up and do all sorts of things at these races. And Jack gets to these races, he is a bit of an outcast. Everyone's in their beautiful silks and things like that, and he's ridden across the desert to get there. And then through a series of events where Jack wins the race but is very, very unlucky at the end of winning the race, that means the story doesn't quite go in the direction that you predict that it will go in. It's told in a rhyming verse narrative style, and the illustrations in it are really fun. So this was kind of cool just to learn a little bit more about something in Australia that's apparently very famous, but I've missed, which is not all that uncommon. And then the last picture book that I'm going to mention that I read recently was one that I saw on the library bookshelf in my school. I hadn't seen it before, and I just kind of picked it up, and I literally stood there in the middle of the library reading it. And it was Pancakes For Plum by Rae Tan. This is a gorgeous book about a panda who doesn't feel like she's good at anything until she hears this beautiful music that makes her think of, soft fluffy pancakes, like it's a warm, comforting kind of thing for her. And she finds a very old panda who's playing the piano, and this panda offers to teach her. And it's hard at first, and she's worried that she's just going to be as bad at it as everything else. And he reminds her, no, everyone starts somewhere. Everyone is bad at first, but you have to keep trying, and you have to be patient, and you have to be willing to put in the effort to get better at it. And so she does. It's a really lovely story. It is so beautifully illustrated. That was kind of what drew me in, was the really cute illustration on the front, but actually the illustrations inside the text are really, really wonderful. I kind of wish that I borrowed it out and brought it home so I could hold it up, but trust me on this, the illustrations inside are lovely. And the message of persistence and patience and knowing that in order to get good at something, you have to be bad at it first was just really, really lovely. And so those are some picture books that I've read recently that I really, really enjoyed. All random things that I have managed to acquire or find or see, and just take a moment or two to enjoy, because we know that Kidlit is such a wonderful way to engage with stories. I will leave a list of all the books that I mentioned down below, so if you need the titles or the authors, feel free to grab them from there. In the comments, I'd love to know, have you read any of these books, or are you planning on picking any of them up? Feel free to let me know. Otherwise, feel free to leave a horse emoji for the upcoming Lunar New Year. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.